What's going on, Splatter Heads and movie lovers all around the world? It's your man Jay, and you are listening to Splatter Talk Cinema, straight talk only podcast, where we talk about movies, where we talk about pop culture, where it's straight talk only in this room. Well, Splatter Heads, today is a special occasion. Today is a special day for the channel as well as myself and Sin. Today, August 15th, would have been our brother Rick's 46th birthday. Unfortunately, he passed away June 11, 2025 on his eldest daughter's birthday. I'm sending my love, prayers, and condolences out to her. So in honor of our fallen brother, I feel it's necessary to make a video talking about the movies that make us think about Rick the most. They're the movies that I watch in order to remember Rick, to remember his essence even more, and to allow my memory to heal and to comfort me. So, Splatterheads, if you're with me on this video, let's go ahead and get it started.
Hey, my name is Devin Sawa, and you're watching Splatter Talk Cinema.
All right, Splatterheads, starting at number 5. These are the 5 movies that remind me and Sin and the people that love Rick of Rick. But starting at number 5, I got to go with Police Academy 6, City Under Siege. I don't know what it was about Police Academy. I don't know what it was about the theme of Police Academy, but when that theme would hit at the beginning of the movie, Rick and I would just look at each other and smile. We did this since we were children, Splatterheads. I remember actually watching it with him last year, and when that theme started over that Warner Brothers logo, we looked at each other and we grinned. Like I said, it's something that we've done all of our lives. But he enjoyed all the Police Academy movies, except for Mission in Moscow, but City Under Siege was his favorite. So now when I hear that theme song, I will always see his face in my head, smiling. Coming in at number 4 on the list of movies that reminds us of Rick, Return of the Living Dead. This movie scared the hell out of the both of us, Splatterheads. Even though Sin calls this movie a horror comedy, Rick and I didn't see anything funny about this movie. Sure, there were parts in the movie that made us giggle.
Nah, shit! Unloaded on him.
Hey, got to use his gun. Oh, look at that motherfucker. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. I come in there laughing.
But over the most part, this movie was nightmare fuel to the both of us. Even before Rick passed, we would talk about how we couldn't watch Return of the Living Dead alone in the dark. I also remember going to the drive-in movie theater with him to see Return of the Living Dead when we were super young. We were super young and I could barely remember it, but I remember having nightmares of zombies that night. I woke up and I told Rick about my nightmares, in turn, scaring him from watching the movies alone as well. But number 4 is Return of the Living Dead. Number 3 is a movie that I actually turned Sin on to when we were down there for Rick's funeral. Number 3 is Inner Space, starring Meg Ryan, Dennis Quaid, and Martin Short. If you haven't seen it, it's about an Air Force pilot volunteering for a biological shrinking experiment that was supposed to be conducted on a bunny. Quaid unintentionally gets injected into Martin Short, and the whole movie is about the adventures of Martin Short with the miniaturized Dennis Quaid navigating through his body. Them, along with Meg Ryan, have to find the chip in order to reverse the effects of the miniaturization and get Dennis Quaid back. Rick and I could watch that movie over and over. It brought us back to a much simpler time, and it just stuck with us, Splatterheads. I actually watched that movie while my wife and I were in town for his funeral. So at number 3 is Inner Space. All right, Splatterheads, we are all the way down to number 2. And number 2 and number 1 were pretty hard for me because they're interchangeable. These are the movies that I really think of Rick when I watch them. But the movie that falls at number 2, Avengers: Infinity War. This movie obviously needs no introduction. Everyone who is anybody on this planet has seen a Marvel movie. Rick loved them all, from Edward Norton's The Incredible Hulk all the way up to Loki Season 2. Rick used to love Marvel. Infinity War was his white noise type of movie, the thing that he would play in the background so it wasn't so quiet, or at bedtime, it was the movie that he fell asleep to. I remember when this movie was about to come out, he was so eager to see this movie, and I told him, I was like, Rick, when Avengers Infinity War comes out, myself and my wife will travel over 900 miles to go to the movies with you. When the movie came out, me and my wife traveled down to North Carolina and we saw the movie with myself, my wife, Sin, and Rick, opening day. Whenever I hear the Avengers theme song, his memory pops into my head, Splatterheads. And the number 1 movie that sticks out into my head and makes me truly think about Rick is The Three Amigos, starring Martin Short, Steve Martin, and Chevy Chase. It's about this village in Mexico during the old Western days being ravaged by a local tyrant. So instead of telling the sheriff or anybody in authority in Mexico, a woman and her brother write The Three Amigos, the Hollywood actors of silent cinema. Thinking that it could be a lucrative proposition, the 3 actors take on the task but quickly find out that they're in over their heads. This was another movie that I watched while I was in town during Rick's funeral. It brings me back to when Rick and I were kids watching this movie and just cracking up over it. There was this one part in The Three Amigos where they were riding their horse through the desert. Each one of the 3 amigos reached for their canteens. Steve Martin, his canteen was empty. Martin Short, his canteen was filled full of dirt, but Chevy Chase was filled with water. Well, every time we saw this part, we would bust out in laughter every single time. John Landis would start the movie out with the movie's theme song, One for Each Other and All for One. The 3 brave amigos are we.
One for each other and all for one. The 3 brave amigos are we.
And that's what I feel for Rick, myself, and Sin. With Splatter Talk Cinema, we are the 3 amigos, and unfortunately, we lost one of our amigos. But Rick's laugh was one of the biggest things that drew people to these commentaries. We did good numbers, but after Rick joined Splatter Talk Cinema, even more people would comment on his iconic laugh. But I just want to end this video by telling our brother Rick that we miss him tremendously. We miss his laugh, we miss his smile, we miss his knowledge of cinema and his compassion. He will forever hold a special place in our hearts, and he will forever be missed. So Rick, Ricky, Man Scan, Ham, however you know Rick, happy heavenly birthday, bro. We will always miss you. We will always hold you to a high regard. We will always love you. Thank you for your laughs. Thank you for your cries. Thank you for the shoulders that you would give people in order to lean on. Thank you for impacting our lives in such a major way. We will never forget you, Rick. We love you, and we will see you when we meet again. Later.